Hello there and happy Thursday. Are you ready for the 4th of July? Because I know I am. My name is Amber and I'd like to welcome you to my Standouts, Tips, and Shoutouts for the month of June. I'm trying to film a bunch of videos in one, so I'm like tongue-tied to try to get them all done. But this month I really had quite a few things just wow me, blow me out of the water. So if you have them, pull them out of your collection. I hope that you love them as much as I do. Maybe I'll share some new tips on how to wear them that'll help shake up your makeup and your weekly routines and monthly routines and all that. But first, before we get into it, I really wanted to give a special shout out to my friend Heidi Kim. You know her as Heidi K Makeup here on YouTube. And I really wanted to give her a special shout out because she made a video a couple of days ago about going cruelty-free. She is a cruelty-free YouTuber. And I know many of you in the panty community are interested in going with products that do not do any animal testing. Maybe you're going further and going with all vegan ingredients. She offers a wealth of information to be another resource for you. I know for me, I am not personally ready to go, completely cruelty-free because I would like to get the money that I've already spent. I don't agree with animal testing, but I've already spent the money, so the damage has been done. I want to use what I have and then be very mindful of what I purchase in the future. But she basically runs through an itemized thing on questions to ask, bloggers to follow who are very informed about all of the current regulations, the changing statuses of cruelty-free versus not cruelty-free, because you can have some companies that are cruelty-free in the United States, for example, but then they're selling products in China and other countries that do require animal testing. So there's a lot of gray area there. Which leads to a lot of confusion, and I have to admit, a lot of us are new into this whole, I don't want to say movement, but this whole way of life as far as our makeup and skincare to go more natural and not hurt animals in the process. So, like I said, wealth of information. She also has access to forms that you can send to companies with specific questions that you need to ask in order to determine if that company is cruelty-free or not. She also addresses, how to deal with parent companies, like if you have a smaller company owned by a giant like L'Oreal, say, since they tend to be one of the very, very large influential companies in the makeup market, from drugstore to high-end brands. So Heidi, love you, girl. Had to give you a special shout out. And again, another resource for you if you are looking to go cruelty-free with your makeup. Now, on to not necessarily cruelty-free, but I'm panning these items. The things that I pulled out that really just wowed me out of my collection. I had 3 eye products in particular. The first one is I finished my shade Deep Purple from the Lorac Pro palette. And after I finished that shade, I really miss it. I really miss it, especially on my lower lash line, because it makes my brown eyes just go, whew. It's amazing. So my standout product for this month has to be the L'Oreal Infallible Shadow in the shade Smoldering Plum. I gotta agree with you. You know her as Emily Loves, or What Emily Loves, here on YouTube. She and I agree. Smoldering Plum is everything that Deep Purple should have been. It's like the perfect plum shade with some sheen, a slight bit of glitter, a little bit of red glitter, but not black shadow with purple shimmer. This is what Deep Purple should have been. It is a beautiful, beautiful color. I love wearing this on my lower lash line, especially when I wear shades like Garnet or Gold or Light Bronze from that Lorac Pro palette. It's absolutely beautiful. So I've really, really been enjoying this. I alternate it on days between wearing espresso on my lower lash line, so that way I give espresso as much love as I can, because I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna be in the tough shades for me to finish before the end of the year. So I thought I'd bring this out just to shake it up and put something that I love. And then, to be honest with you, I haven't seen anybody finish a L'Oreal Infallible Shadow on YouTube yet. I'm sure somebody has, but I personally have not seen it. So that'd be kind of cool to finish another first here on YouTube. The next thing that I've really been loving this month is this cannot talk today, Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in the shade, is this Moonlight. This and the Lorac Pro palette with those metallic shades, I love this together. It's a metallic goldish pewter. It almost, I mean, it goes on more pewter on my skin than gold or like white gold, but it really tones down the intensity of those metallic shades like light bronze, gold, and pewter in my palette. I love this all over the lid, and then I layer those Lorac shadows on top of it. In fact, I'm wearing it today with light bronze layered on top, and I've got sable in my crease with mauve, and then I've highlighted with cream. It's stunning. I cannot get enough of this look on an everyday basis. So this happened to come out of the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick set that came out at Christmas at Sephora. If you see these, cannot talk. If you see these again at Christmas, they are highly worth picking up, whether you pick them up at Nordstrom's or at Sephora. Very, very worth the money. And I think it was Cherish who said if you put 2 of these sample sizes together, you get the retail value equivalent of a full-size stick. So, you know, when you're buying 4 shadow sticks, basically, you're getting a decent value for your money. Then the last eye product that really has stood out to me, it is a sample of the Guerlain Maxi Lash Volume Creating Curl Sculpting Mascara. I have been really impressed with this. It is a very soft, wet formula, but not too wet. It's not a hot mess all over the place. It is highly fragranced. I mean, it smells like baby powder mixed with very, very florally perfume. But when it goes on my lashes, they are not crunchy. They don't flake all over the place. It is an absolute treat to take off in the evening because I'm not having to jerk and pull at my eye. This is not a waterproof formula, but I don't have to worry about it, you know, sliding all over the place with the humidity that I deal with here in Houston. So try this out if you get a sample of it at Sephora. I'm even considering buying a full size of this mascara because I've been that impressed. Just wish it didn't smell because that's the only thing where I'm kind of like, you know, whew. But it is the Guerlain Maxi Lash Volume Creating Curl Sculpting Mascara. Could they come up with more of a mouthful? And I cannot even, you know, begin to pronounce this in French. So lovely, lovely mascara. And then the last 2 things I've really been loving. The first off is the Maybelline Dream Bouncy Blush in the shade Hot Tamale. It's a beautiful coral color. I wanted to give this tip in case you didn't see my Get Ready With Me video. If you have cream blushes like this, particularly in the Dream Bouncy formula, I have found the best way to apply these to my cheeks where I get pigment is to take the compact and directly pat it onto my skin, then blend it out with a stippling brush. You're good to go. Because this color is a little bit orange on my skin tone, I mean, it's really more red, but it does pull kind of orange. I decided to go on and pan my MAC MSF in the shade Stereo Rose because this powder does not have a lot of pigment on my skin, but it is a hot powdery mess. But it's a standout because I like it on top of this. So, you know, there are things about MAC powders that I'm just kind of like, eh. Like things like this, they make a hot mess all over the place. Like my Soft and Gentle, I have a lot of grapes with that one, but that's for another time, another place. But these 2 together are absolutely wonderful. So after I tap this onto my skin and blend it in with a stippling brush, I go in with an e.l.f. Blush brush and just tap this onto the top and then blend it out into the Hot Tamale, and it is an absolutely beautiful finish on the cheeks. So that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, that you're ready for 4th of July weekend. That is it for now. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I will be seeing you very, very soon.